Okay, Dad. Christian McCaffrey finally had a good game. Well, great game. 200 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns, more than 5 yards a carry. The box score said he was vintage Christian McCaffrey. You watched. Why do you think he did better?
Okay. I'm going to preface it by saying I'm really glad he did well.
Yeah.
I think he earned it. He's a guy who tries so hard, Iggy. He has
Mhm.
such pride. You would never think, oh, he's taking a day off or it doesn't matter to him.
Right.
It matters vitally to him. And it's wonderful to see that. I think he did better for two main reasons. One, up until this last game, Kyle was doing that outside zone read, and it meant that McCaffrey had to run horizontal
Mhm.
and then make a cut. Kyle was running him horizontal too much. Iggy, he doesn't have the burst he used to have, and he has trouble making the cut or getting around the edge. But if you run him power up the middle, apparently he still can do it.
Mhm.
So he did better because maybe he's getting better, but also because Kyle fundamentally changed his game plan, i.e., showed tremendous flexibility and creativity. This is a real shout out to Kyle. He said, this other thing isn't working. I'm not going to keep doing it. I have to be a good coach and change. And he ran him up the middle. Now, he doesn't get long runs anymore, but he ran for a really good average. And Iggy, he looked great. So that's what I think happened. And also, Kittle was back.
Kittle's back. Being back is huge. But it did seem like McCaffrey was hitting the line of scrimmage harder, faster than he had all season. And I think that makes sense because if you're starting him off horizontally, he has to run to the sideline and then make a cut and then get upfield. And one, he doesn't have the initial burst like he used to. And then, like, he's had calf issues. So if he makes that one violent cut, maybe in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I don't know what could happen. If you take that out and just let him run straight into a hole, a predetermined hole where he knows where to go, where he knows where it's going to be, he looks so much more explosive, decisive, effective.
He looks more like McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was a pleasure to watch, Iggy.
Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code Cohn, COHN, and download the app now. He was a pleasure to watch. And you said you're pleased for him. I am too. He's a very interesting player to cover. I don't think fans know him at all because what he presents to fans, or really what fans see, is like the group interviews, those press conferences. And Christian, no offense, Christian, but his are some of the worst on the team. He stands there with his hands behind his back and he hears the question and he gives as bland of an answer as can be. You know what I mean? Like, he thinks about it. What's the bland answer here? And it's kind of Buster Posey-ish.
Oh, but I was thinking Buster Posey was the same way. Yeah.
It's like, I'm supposed to be the face of the league. Let me just say what I'm supposed to say. And it's like, all right, man, can we get someone because Kittle has things to say. Christian doesn't. But most players like Christian who give those bad press conferences, if you try to talk to them outside of that, they're equally as standoffish. Like, hey, man, I talked. I don't want to talk. I don't like talking. But Christian's not like that at all. He'll come over to you. You can go over to him at his locker. He'll spend time. He's very down to earth and doesn't come across like Derek Jeter did that one time when I was 23. Like, get out of my face. Oh my God. Interview. Like, he's very down to earth. And I think those group interviews essentially suck. And I can't fault him for not performing in them. I mean, maybe I wouldn't want to if I was a player.
What's his personality like one-on-one?
He'll ask you a question. It's not all like he's not only interested if you talk about him. He'll ask you, like, I asked him one time if he played Little League growing up, and he wanted to know instantly if I played Little League growing up and what position I played. Like, that's what I would consider down to earth, because most football players will engage if you ask them about their past, their family, their interests. They love to talk about themselves, but he's not that kind of guy. He doesn't seem to like to talk about himself that much, actually.
You know, Dusty Baker and Steve Young were like that. They would always ask questions about me, and I assume to other sports writers. One time I was at a cocktail party at a Super Bowl a long time ago. It was the day before the Super Bowl. And Ronnie Lott came over and he said, it's nice to see you here, Lowell. They weren't in the game. It's nice to see you here, Lowell, but I'm surprised you're here. I thought you'd be up in your hotel room watching PBS, watching a drama on public television. And it kind of made me laugh because that meant that was Ronnie's view of me, that I was some intellectual who had sort of wandered into sports.
Yeah, and now these days you're like, oh, I'll just keep on PBS.
Yeah, right.
Austin Rodriguez says Mac needs to learn how to get the ball out of his hands quicker if he's going to be a statue in the pocket. Either more film or more sprints. Too many sacks.
I don't agree with that at all. I think he gets the ball out really fast. Look at him compared to Penix.
Yeah.
Penix.
Look at him compared to
Purdy.
Talk
about a stat, but just Penix for a minute.
Yeah.
He was free. He was a good pocket. And now he's looking. And all of a sudden he throws a crummy throwaway short pass. Just compare the two of those.
Agree.